it's just so hard to believe. And it's so hard to believe that they left such a blatant paper trail. I mean, you're literally quoting these specific words, intentional release, and it's there in paper. I mean, the mafia covered up better than this. I mean, most criminals cover up much better than this, probably because they worry about being prosecuted. I mean, do you ever think about this?
I think
this is poor.
Yeah, and I think, Brian, you're spot on to something. And I want to remind everybody that Plato figured this out a long time ago. He said that there is a time in civilization. He used the term temple robbers and grave robbers and other things. We don't have temple robbers anymore. We have tyrants that are called presidents and prime ministers. But it's the same thing. But one of the points he made, and I think this is really important for us to discuss as a humanity, is that you're familiar with serial killers, right? Somebody kills somebody, that's murder. Somebody kills a couple people. You go, wow, that's a mass shooting. There are definitely Americans. And then you get to, I don't know, 10 or 15. At some point, you get to the number of deaths and you start going, I'm not outraged about this anymore. I'm fascinated with it. And sociopaths and serial killers do something almost universally, which is at some point, they start leaving totems behind, right? They leave a little flower, or they leave a little note, or they leave something that taunts the rest of the world because they're getting off on this idea that they're smarter than. And I would say that coronavirus certainly since 1967 has been that. It has been sociopaths who say, I wonder if we can get away with it. And that's the first murder. And then we got away with it. Wonder if we could get away with a bigger thing. Wonder if we could, I don't know, make a thing that made people in Asia sick in 2002 going into 2003. I wonder if we could get people to fall for this idea of allegedly a universal vaccine. I wonder if we could do that. I wonder when we wrote the decade of vaccines in 2010 as the World Health Organization and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Dr. Chris Elias and Anthony Fauci and Dr. Gao at the CDC, a part of the World Health Organization. I wonder if we said that by September 2020, the world would have a universal vaccine in 2010. And then when we recited that to get the world to accept a universal vaccine, the same authors in September of 2019 said that to create the sense of urgency, we would have an accidental or an intentional release of a respiratory pathogen. I wonder if the same authors writing the same mandate, published by the same organization across a decade, I wonder if they could possibly be serious when they say, we will conduct a global experiment with the accidental or intentional release of a respiratory pathogen. And by the way, the image that they have on the page of that is a coronavirus picture. I wonder if that might be the explanation for why COVID-19 happened. And I've been told that I'm reading into something. I'm not reading into anything. I'm reading the thing. I'm reading exactly what they said. And there is a problem when you hear the word accidental or intentional release. And the problem is the word release. That means somebody somewhere planned to distribute the thing. That's what the word release means. They did not say accidental leak. They didn't say a terrorist bad actor did biological warfare. They said an accidental or intentional release. Their words, not mine. And this is where you're exactly right. The audacity of the crime paralyzes us to go, holy shit. We are actually now living in a world where we know that 8 to 9 million people were murdered by the allied governments. Murdered. And we're fine with that. One day there'll be a Netflix series. There'll be this guy in a bow tie doing an investigation and people go, I wonder if that was inspired by Dave Martin. listen, the whole thing is so egregious that we are paralyzed as a civilization to consider that that is what our governments have become. But the newsflash is, I have actually recited their words, not my opinion.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.